for every team at the Rio Olympics, bringing everything together is a huge logistical operation. And for Team Singapore, the man in charge is a former banker, long-time sports administration with a history in sailing and rugby and with the Singapore Olympic Committee. His name, Low Teo Ping, and he's perhaps the busiest man in Rio. What does a chef de mission do?
Okay, the chef de mission is really the leader of the team that competes at the Olympics, and his responsibilities also include all the officials that come with the team members who are participating in the Olympics. So it involves the coaches, it involves the team managers. And when you really get down to the role, it's a role in which it goes back way before the Olympics, in fact, begin, where you have got to, in fact, ensure that the athletes who are going to be competing, and for those who want to compete, that they really know exactly what is expected of them and the kind of regime and training and preparations that they've got to go through.
What do you see as the focus of the team and also your role with it?
Well, I think if you really look at the Olympics versus the Southeast Asian Games, then you have also the Asian Games, and then you have the Commonwealth Games. I think the Olympics is quite a different animal altogether. Yes, we expect some good results, and the results is very much predicated by the way I see it is that the athletes who are competing at the Olympic level, representing Singapore, come out here and do their personal best. Where you cannot measure it, then I think it's a question of being able to do their level best in terms of not having beaten, for example, at table tennis, this player previously, that you now can overcome the odds. So I think in that context, the Olympics, the Olympics key KPIs are quite different from the rest. At the Southeast Asian Games, I mean, it's really about every medal counts, whereas here, it's really about doing your level best and doing your personal best. And hopefully, your level best puts you into a situation where you can win the accolades that come with it.
So what's your take on how everyone's feeling within Team Singapore?
I think generally everybody has been very focused on what the tasks at hand that needed to be executed. And I think we have got a very good secretariat team that we put together to support them. And the various officials and leaders from Singapore who have come in to kind of take a look at what's happening. I think everybody seems to be very much impressed with all the various things that's happening out in Rio, despite all the bad media press reports that we have seen. But I think it turned out well. I think generally so far, most of the athletes have actually lived up to what was expected of them. The swimmers in particular have delivered on their personal best times in their respective events. The table tennis players are still very much in the zone, in the groove. They have got their team event. And I think at the end of the day, the sailors are out there against conditions that are quite exceptional here. One day, very big seas, another day, very strong winds, another day, flat seas with almost no wind. So I think, it's still early days. And I think what we're going to expect is probably a pretty good outing for Singapore at the Olympics.
Well, I hope you enjoyed meeting Team's chef de mission and look forward to meeting more members of Team Singapore at the Rio Olympics.